Well, I was not going to do another Maverick video for another month or so, because that's when I'm going on my big road trip to PCB, but I had a couple more accessories to put on. Just had some things come up, so I'm going to do, this video is going to be a little weird. I'm going to do 3 more accessories, mods, whatever you want to call them. And then I had a request for someone to show them how to take off the GATOR TONNEAU cover that I've got. And so I'm going to do that too. The 3 accessories I got are the DZ tailgate assist. Bought this on Amazon. I'll put the links to all of this stuff in the description. But got this off Amazon. I think it's like 30 bucks ish. This I feel like is going to be the hardest thing, so I'll do it last. I got my last batch of LEDs, which I mentioned in my last video. Those are for the 2 cargo lights and the 3rd brake light. I'll probably do those first because that'll be the easiest. And then Muslogy, I think that's how you say them, reached out and wanted to know if I wanted to try any of their products. And I actually had these mud flaps in the in my Amazon cart, so gonna try those out. I'll probably do those after I do the LED lights. Actually, I already had one Muslogy thing that I had bought already. It's like the little trash can that I have in the back seat. I'll show that off too once I get everything put in. But I guess I'll start with this GATOR TONNEAU cover here. So it's real easy every time. I swear I unlocked this before I started. I don't know if it's auto locking for some reason. All right, so you take your tailgate down. I got some tools in there because I'm getting ready to work. You pull this little lever here, and it actually pops up inside of itself there. Same thing for this one. Pops up inside itself. This is really the main reason I picked this particular bed cover. If you see back there, there's 2 clips. There's like a safety clip, and then there's a they're both little spinny things though, but one of them's a safety, one of them is holding it onto the back end. So you would take those 2 off, which I don't know if I'm gonna fully take this off, but I gotta do a little bit here. So I'm gonna fold it up. This is probably as much as I'll take it off, but I'll clip this into here. I guess this would be if you wanted to ride. I have not done that, but if you wanted to ride with this up just like this, like maybe you got some stuff to put in your trunk bed, or truck bed, okay, it's a trunk bed. But same thing here, snap this in. So now it's nice and tied up. Now say I wanted to remove it completely, and like I said, like the reason I got this, you could just twist these 2 knobs off, this one and this one back here, and just pull it off. You can put it in your back seat. That's the only thing holding it on here really. But yeah, it's pretty easy. It's super light too, so it could easily be done with one person. And that's one of the main reasons I got it, because some of the other ones you have to have tools and things to put them on and off, and this one is just twist off, could toss it in the back, load up your bed with whatever you need, and then put it back on later or whatever you need to do. I'm going to leave it like that so that I can do those cargo lights, and I think I'm going to pause this video and then start working on my 3 things, and then I will pick up when I'm done. As predicted, the LED lights took like 5 minutes tops, and they are super bright now, which is pretty sweet. Now we're going to move on to the mud flaps. Let's see here. They gave us some instructions. I did just wash my truck, so that's good. This was the only thing I wasn't sure about. There's these little rubber felt strap things I think you're supposed to put on them to keep it from rubbing the paint off or something. And then they give you the little tool to pop the little caps off. They give you some extra little, I want to say hardware, but it's not really hardware. And then looks like we got our 4 mud flaps. So let's see how this goes, and I will report back. All right, so I thought I'd show what it looks like compared to no mud flap on there. I got the right side done. It's pretty easy. I will show or give a couple helpful hints here in a second. It took me a minute to figure out, but I think they look good. I think they look good. They look, I mean, factory to me. Especially on the like side. I mean, it's same color, matches it. All right, front one was super easy. Just got the 4 little clippies and the tool they gave you. You could just stick them in that little slot there, pop it open. Pretty easy. Make sure you pull the middle part all the way out when you go to put it back in, or as far out as it'll go before you push it back in too. That way it'll squish back in there. Backs, at first I was like, oh, this is gonna be even better, because it's got these 2 bolts, but I tightened them on before I did these top 2. Mistake. So you're gonna wanna leave these a little loose before you put these on, because it wasn't lining up right. So then I could shift it a little bit, pop these in, then tighten these 2. So, and then I did use the little foam piece that they included. I just put it on the inside of where it makes contact with the paint. Figure it couldn't hurt to have that in there, to just put it like along in here. So far so good. I'd say that took me probably about, I don't know, 10-20 minutes to get those 2 on. Now on to the other side. Well, I'm gonna have to pause on the tailgate assist, because I don't have a T50 socket thing there for that dang thing. I'm hoping they'll have one at work. If not, I'll have to figure something else out later. So I'm just gonna put that on hold, but I did get the mud flaps done. It was pretty easy. It's definitely not as easy as doing LED bulbs, but probably like 20 minutes, maybe do them all. The fronts are super easy. You just pop those little things, the little tab things out and put them in. The back ones, the bolts, you've got to make sure you keep them loose on the bottom before you and do the top plugins first. But yeah, they look good. LEDs look good. I'll show off this Muslogy trash can that I got too, which is pretty sweet. I got this before I even got my Maverick. It's got like, oh, there's my trash. It's got like a little light on here and a little trash bags, and it's magnet, and it says Maverick, and I just clipped it on the back right there. I really like that. Nice little touch. And I like the mud flaps so far. We'll see how they perform over time. But I mean, they were real simple to put in. It helps that you can tell they designed them to fit on there perfectly using the existing hardware. I did not have to use the bag of hardware. I just used my existing stuff. So yeah, pretty easy process. Now I probably will not do another video until after I go on my road trip in a month. And then unless, well, probably I'll just include that in when I get this. Surely I'll get this up before then, my tailgate assist. But yeah, still in love with the Maverick. Thanks Muslogy for sending me the mud flaps. I like them. And if anybody else has any questions or anything, I've got the 2023 Maverick Hybrid XLT with it's Atlas blue, and yeah, everything else I've just been adding on. It's almost, I mean, I'm pretty much got everything that I want on it. So I'm about done accessorizing and gonna just see how all these different little things I got, how long they last. But yeah, until next time, peace out. All right, a day later, and I finally got the tailgate dampener soft open. I don't know what you want to call it. Finally got it done. The Torx 50, I had to get that from work. I will say it was the most difficult for sure thing, which I was kind of predicting. But man, is it nice once you get it in there? That's pretty cool. Couple things. At first it was pretty easy. Once I got that Torx 50 off, you just put it back on with this new little mount here. And then over here is where it was a pain in the butt. So there's this little bolt right here, and there's this little washer that they give you, or this end piece that you slide through the hole on the tailgate, and then you've got to get it just right. And I was on a lot of the videos of installing this, people struggled with it, so I figured I was going to struggle with it. I feel like part of the problem was they put like Loctite on the threads, and so once you got, it was just hard to pull. You got to pull this way to get it to the notches to line up just right, and so it was a pain. It took me a good 15-20 minutes to get figured out. But once I got it in there, then you just attach this cylinder here on each end. That was easy. And then the other pain for me was, because I had already put on this tailgate cover, is you have to take off your bottle cap opener here. It's right here. Because if you don't, it was like this. If you don't, obviously it's going to interfere with the cylinder. Not big deal. Wasn't ever going to use that tailgate opener, or bottle cap opener. But because I had this thing, I had to pull this back off so that I could pull it up to get under here and get the two screws out. So once I got all that done, got it pushed in. Now it works like a charm. I'll show it one more time. Nice and slow like you want it. Awesome. All right, that's gonna do me, I guess, for this. It's been a day since I did all the other stuff, but so far I'm liking everything. Tailgate was the hardest to put in, the DZ tailgate thing. I'll put all three things I did. Even I'll put the trash bag that I got from Muslogy in the description below. Yeah, I'm liking everything. It all looks really good. And until next time, peace out.